It's absolutely brilliant, man. It's just a real pleasure, and it's an honor to actually have you on my my humble show over here on RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion. If I'm looking around, like the police are after me, I'm not. I'm just looking at the screens over here, just making sure that the levels and everything are all right over here, my bro. So you never know, man. It's one of them shows. The stuff that I say on the show, one day they could just raid me at the same time for the stuff that I come out with, man.
It's so good, bro. Let's go.
It's cool. It's cool.
Don't want to tell you what we're doing here. So.
Cool. Because what it is, my bro, like, beware, there could be two weird noises happening. A, you normally have the police helicopter coming on a Saturday. You're always trying to sabotage my show. B, we'll have the ice cream van. The guy moves so much narco. It's a narco ice cream van. It's not even normal. The guy comes out when it's freezing cold as well, man. Ice cold. Maybe don't like his wife, or I don't know what it is, man. But
Bro, you guys have a good setup there, then.
Yeah, we do. we got a good setup over here, man. So, my dear brother, what time is it over there right about now?
9:36 at night.
Boy. So, like, have you had a good day? You've been at work all day, haven't you?
No, it's Saturday. Well, we were just doing some lawns and things like that, just at home, doing homework.
Hanji. Tika.
Yeah.
Last night, right? I'm gonna raise it at the start of the interview, yeah. You are a credit to the music industry, man. Let's just put it that way. And may you always keep your toe in the water. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Oh man, come on. Thank you.
And what is it with you? What is it with you, right? And like, I think Squad Goals is amazing and it's perfect. And what do you think is not perfect about it, man?
Everything. It's like, I don't know. Like, I think I'm so much better now. Like, personally speaking, I've learned so much, and I wish I wish I could remake that song and do what I know now. It's like Ronaldo going back to Manchester United and saying, you know what, we can do it better.
Wow. Okay. The brother ain't playing about, man. Oh, by the way, thank you for actually agreeing to do the video element of the interview as well.
Sorry, bro. We were in lockdown like just recently. So what happened is I was trimming my beard, and it went pear-shaped, and then so I had to cut my beard off, and I'm very what do you say? I'm not confident without it.
Nah, man.
It's not my cape.
How long you been in lockdown for, man?
Oh, it was only like 3 weeks.
Are you still in lockdown now?
Nope.
All right. Okay. I've got a feeling. I'm gonna say. I've been saying it to my friends at work, man. We're gonna have another lockdown over here in London, man. They're gonna lock us down in the UK, man, again.
So how long were you guys in lockdown for?
Bro, like they give us that 3 lockdowns, man, starting back in thingy. We've been out of it for a while. It's like they're letting the figures boost up again, and then they stick us back in it, man. Like it's like they keep testing the waters. That's just. I'm not gonna go into George Orwell and 1984 and Control and the rest of that, man. But what I'm gonna say, right, is I see a lot of inconsistencies. I know of people, friends of friends, just where even when the planes, right, this is the truth, when all planes were grounded, they were flying in from France on a private jet. Now I know I'm gonna get a phone call after the show saying, Dav, what the hell are you saying that for live? But it's the truth. They're flying in from France for business meetings on a private jet despite lockdown. So what do you make of that?
Okay, so my understanding of lockdown here is they do it to boost vaccination. So the first time they did it, I can understand there was a fear. And then every time they've done, I'd say, like scaremongering. Now people go, no, it's a real disease. Yes, it is. Okay, we understand that. I just think as brown people, if you've been back to the motherland, you understand that there's all kinds of things going on. There's not vaccinations for a lot of things, you know? The fact that you're going to probably drink some water and it's going to be the worst day of your life after that, that just kind of makes us hard, you know, as a immunity. So when we do come back to our countries, wherever we live, it doesn't quite hit us like that. Okay. And then at the same time, we understand what death is. You know, it's quite normal in India to see death. There could be something dead on the side of the road type thing.
Yeah.
In Western countries, that's not so normal. So right now, people are freaking out about something that's actually not that deadly.
It's true. The whole thing seems interesting. Like over here in London, right, we've had like mass protests, right, and mainstream media is not even covering it because they're not doing it because they're giving power by power to the protesters or the demonstrators by covering it. But literally, you've had like, is it, I don't know, is it hundreds of thousands of people? But basically, like Parliament Square, everything over here, people coming in from all over the country, just protesting about it. They're trying to push the actual the vaccinations, the one jab over here onto children 12 and above, 12 to 15, whatever it is, or 12 to 16. I don't know, but it's madness, man. So lockdown for you, right? How strict were the actual restrictions?
So we have four levels. Okay. So level one is everything's absolutely normal. You go to clubs, pubs, get drunk, do whatever, meet anyone. It's fine. Level two is you have to wear masks out in public.
Yeah.
Level three is only essential workers and delivery services are open, so you can get takeaways and so on and so on. And level four is basically if you're not a essential worker, you do not leave your property. Oh, leniently, people were walking around and kind of avoiding each other. People are quite nice here, so they'll go to the other side of the road. There's not a big population either, so but you can really drive from one town to another. You can go see other people. No police is going to turn up to your door, really, unless you're just being a moron.
But in terms of being a music producer, man, did it buy you more time to actually work in the studio?
Bro, that's all I do. Literally, that's all I did. Lockdown, literally locked because I've got a little daughter. So 6 in the morning, she's gonna, kick me in the guts and be like, "Hey, it's time to get up, everyone." So you get up, you do all your homely duties, you make breakfast, and you check your emails and do all that. And then come 10 o'clock, I'll probably play a little bit of PlayStation, and then the whole day I'll be in the music studio. Come 4 o'clock, I'll make dinner, and then yeah, and back into the studio after the baby goes to sleep. So I was really trying to get this album finished, and we managed to do quite a lot, but unfortunately, the last lockdown kind of hindered our videos that we had to do. Yeah, it's making it quite hard, but hey, it is what it is. So right now, there's only one part of the country that's in lockdown. Everybody else is walking around normal. It's just the city of Auckland. Unfortunate for those guys, they've been in it for 5 weeks now.
Wow. So am I correct to say that you're in Wellington? Is that right?
No, I am in. You're gonna find this one. I have to say, Tauranga. I am in. Exactly, it's a Maori name. So it's on the Western Bay. Okay. Anyway, so it's the Bay of Plenty I live in. It's a region. It's quite nice. It's like the Gold Coast of New Zealand.
Beautiful.
I don't know. I couldn't compare it to a beach in England because
we don't want to talk about the beaches over here, man. So where you live, do you have like a strong Punjabi community where you live?
So where I live, that's right now the very strong Punjabi community, and at the same time they're all in the agriculture sector. So they're very labor orientated. It's real nice. Actually quite good. So even my father-in-law, he's from an agricultural background. So it's called kiwi fruit. I don't know if you guys.
I'm learning.
Yeah. So yeah, he had orchards and so on. So it's quite common over here. And where I was actually born, which is probably an hour away, it's all farmers. So Punjabis
Punjabis and
are big
farming.
farmers.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
Of course. And I, to be honest, the whole Kisan protest means a lot to me, and it certainly means a lot to you. So let's go there, man. Let's go there.
Oh, damn. Okay. Bro, how do I say this? With Jagtan di family, jo Kisan hai.
Yeah,
From
that's
the
right.
start, I lived in India for about 4 years, from the age of 5 to 9,
Yeah,
and saw my dad do, because Kitty, and my grandfathers, and it. I don't think I could just let that one slide. I got into it so badly, um, into into the protest, and I was such a fanatic, you would say. Like,
yeah,
I thought we were going to have a revolution in terms of a physical hand-on-hand war.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
um, it got to that point, and I had to pull myself back. Even my wife was like, "Look, this is getting it's getting out of hand." Because you get so involved and you're so passionate about certain things. Even though we might be sitting 10, 15, 30,000 kilometers away, you feel like they're your
Yeah,
own.
that's right.
You know,
That's right. Yeah,
these laws aren't, even if you don't have any land, you know the feeling of that.
yeah.
And imagine someone trying to take that away or trying to con you out of something. But our people are strong people, and we're recognized everywhere in India.
Of course.
Our people,
That's right.
you know,
Angie.
and we're the forefront of the culture as well. So, I mean, if you look at Bollywood, you see everything is Punjabi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
So hey guys, whatever you do, man, jitna ta apna hi hai.
Wow, man. Wow, wow. But regarding demonstrations and stuff like in your locality as well, I'd imagine that the turnout would have been strong as well. So I'm sure you have like-minded brothers, man.
Oh man, we do. Unfortunately, at that time we were in lockdown, the first lockdown. So it
True.
was quite well planned on a global level. But
Damn
when
right.
that did happen,
Damn right.
people did have, there were small protests, but recently, some farming laws have been passed in New Zealand. And so guess who stood up?
Punjabis.
All our Punjabi.
That's right.
Yeah, you can go online, you can see the protest. They blocked the whole motorway with tractors. And guess which stickers they all had? Even Gore, same stickers.
Kisan.
No food, no food,
Yeah. No farmers, no
no
food.
farming, no farmers, no food. Exactly. So same thing happening everywhere, and it became so, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just became so involved into my life that I actually had to like turn it off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I stopped watching TV. I'll watch like The Sopranos and so on, but
yeah, yeah.
I've kind of had to switch myself off, like start unfollowing certain things, and because it was not good for my mental health. Um, and I tried to really focus that negativity into a track or into music, and hence why that no political justice track.
Powerful.
That was another little thing that happened, and at the same time, Kisan Revolution. I've actually done a track with a guy called LKI Lucky. Very nice track. Got King Bushido on it as well.
Yeah,
You should
yeah, yeah.
listen to that. Yeah, and we did what we could. Donated the money to Khalsa Aid consistently as well, and then basically at a certain point, I just had to go, look. I understand it's a battle going on. I'm heart and mind is there, but I'm gonna have to pull back, otherwise I'm gonna whack myself. I'm gonna end up killing myself
Yeah,
at this
yeah,
rate.
yeah, yeah,
Because you
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
go there, you couldn't actually like be a part of it. You couldn't, you can't. I was doing what I could do and what I thought I could do, but it was coming to a point where I felt helpless. And yeah, some good people led me down a good path.
Of course, my bro. Do you know what it is? It's like people actually got to the people are actually even boycotting companies which are part of the oppressing sort of organizations which are tied to those as well, which I think is rightfully so. 'Cause if they're profiting from the misery and the pain and the death of of Kisans and and their families, rightfully so. We should, boycott at the end of the day. It's pure corruption.
100%.
The whole thing's corruption, bro.
100%. I agree with you. And it was really nice to see those videos when they were going and smashing up the cell towers.
Yeah. You know
And
that.
then at the same time, yeah, it was really good to see. And
Sometimes, yeah, you got to you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet, bro.
yeah, so my dad used to say to me, he goes, "ਦੋ types ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਇੱਕ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਅੱਛਾ ਇੱਕ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸ਼ਕਲਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ."
Yeah, that's right.
Previous years, uh, talking from a governmental standpoint in India, they were ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ. They understood,
Yeah.
so they didn't really mess with us.
Yeah.
In the last, frequent years that have happened before this. And then Modi came in, and we call him a teet. Alright? So, initiative nali manna.
Oh my God, bro. Do you know what Modi means over here in the studio? MODI means man of dishonest intentions.
Bro, we just call him a.
He just says it as it is. Says it as it is live on the show. It's true.
Oh, bro, I'm holding back. Trust me, I'm holding back. If you said be me, I was like, are you sure, bro?
No. It's all right, my brother, man. Just be you, man. It's fine because at the end of the day, let's swing it back towards music, man. Am I correct by looking at some of your artwork and pictures, man? You are a Logic man.
Logic, in terms of like logical or
as in software.
Nah, actually, FL Studio all the way.
So what? Maybe I'm getting old, man. That's what it is. But yeah, okay. So you are you on the latest? Is it version 20 or something? The latest one?
Yeah. Latest one. There's another update that's just come out. I haven't installed it yet. I was just like, I don't need anything to go wrong.
Okay. But what got you into music in the first place, bro?
So my cousin Gucci, so he's the reason why I got into producing music. But before that, I used to make little mixtapes before like SoundCloud and stuff was out, just because I was doing like a ripping job, and I always wanted like a continuous track, maybe like 4 hours or something like that, of like all the songs I like. This is remembered like we're talking, you only got like 50 megabytes on your phone, and you got to plug it in, and and you got to plug in the aux cable into that little tape, and the tape goes into the like that kind of stuff. So yeah, just started DJing, like doing my own little mixtapes just for myself. Then my friends started asking for them, and then just got a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. And then I went away from that for about 2-3 years. And my cousin Gucci comes to me one day and he's like, "Man, been really trying to find a music producer. I know you're really good at music. Can you hook me up?" I was like, all right. So we kind of just started a journey. And literally within months, we did a show with Cousin Angela.
Yeah, bro.
And then I asked him I showed him a beat. Yeah, he liked it, jumped on. We did what we did. And after that, we just couldn't stop.
Wow.
Wow. We were too far to go back. It was too far to go back. So we're like, nah, keep going. And yeah, from then we went from recording with blankets on the doors in a closet to having full insulated works, buying better and better mics, buying better equipment. I mean, yeah, now setup is really good, but just moved houses. And so yeah, my setup right now just need to get back to the quality it used to be, but last year was really, really good. But now I've got a aesthetic about the studio, so it's pretty good.
Okay, so actually, let's take it there, man. I'm learning about studio gear and stuff a little bit, and I think a lot of our listeners are. There could be engineers, there could be producers as well. So they find these interviews very, very valuable. And if you know anything about my show, which you do, you'll know that I give a lot of time to producers and engineers, man. The people behind the music. Yeah. So
thanks, man.
No, it's okay, my dear brother. It's all right, man. So, in terms of, would you say, right, now, when you buy a new piece of studio gear, right, or some sort of software, Do you get the downtime, to actually learn it, or are you literally always in the middle of projects?
Oh, recently it's been middle of projects.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah. So recently, if I get like a new plugin or something like that, it's probably because I want a certain sound and I've gone and Googled it, and then there's a video and a certain producer will put me onto, oh, I use this distortion, so and so. So I'll go get it. Maybe it's on a sale or something like that. But in terms of my interface, my audio interface,
Yeah.
I got that. I got that between a couple of sessions, and then I made them re-record because it was just so much better. It took me, it was so much better. It literally like changed everything. So as soon as I got my UAD Apollo Twin X, life changed. Everything changed. Like the quality of audio we get now on a bad day on everyone else's stuff. For someone
Wow.
in New Zealand, and this is like, I mean, it's different for Punjabis, but for someone in New Zealand to own a Apollo or UAD, it's not very common. Not common at all. Because it's good $2,000. So people don't want to invest that into music
Yeah, that's right.
unless they're already very successful. You know? So yeah, I just said that if I'm doing it, I'm doing it.
My bro. So at the risk of being cheap, actually, don't even mention what sound card it came from. Yeah, because then again, what
No,
sound?
no, I went back to that sound card because it gives a certain sound.
What was the
So
sound card, man?
it was a Focusrite, um, oh, just like a standard Focusrite.
Scarlet or something.
Yeah, yeah, Scarlet. Yeah, that's it. Focusrite Scarlet. Yeah. So it came from that, and we recorded a lot of songs on that, and then it's got a good place in my heart. It didn't get thrown away. It retired.
I
You
love
know?
that. I love that. I love that. You still give it idjit. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course, man. The other day, um, I had another UAD and it burnt out, so I had to go back to the Scarlet that day because we were in the middle of a recording session.
What do you mean burnt out, bro?
And then, oh, as in, uh, there was like a power surge. It literally just fried itself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the thing, I had insurance and everything. It doesn't matter. Got a replacement, but then like that day, you're midway through recording songs. So what do? You know, you just go back to the Scarlet. So I've got this little Scarlet there, USB plugging it in, trying to remember how to use it. But fuck, mate, I'll tell you what, it felt good. It felt like baby steps again.
Wow,
You know,
wow. Uh,
back to the roots a little bit. It was pretty. It was cool.
what have you noticed, like jumping from the Scarlet to the Universal Audio unit? What have you noticed latency wise?
There is no latency.
Wow. So are you using Luna as well?
No, I don't use Luna at all. I do everything in FL. Um, but in terms of, I can have certain plugins on,
Channel
not
strips.
a single issue. Yeah, I can record through the plugins. But the cool thing about the UAD, it's got an onboard processor. So usually EQing, auto tune, all through the UAD. Not a single bit to do with the computer at all.
So,
Bar the fact that it's actually just being recorded in the software.
what would it be fair to say that you've got like a fairly modern processor in your computer, like a modern sort of machine then?
This is brand new. I just spent 4,000 doing this. And so I got the best of everything. I'm not a computer whiz, so I just went to this like store. It's a big computer store, and I just found the nerdiest guy and like, you online games? Like, yep. I was like, buddy, give me everything the best. Just give me the bill. And so we did that.
You're too sick. So did you go Intel or did you go AMD?
Intel had to go Intel because of the UAD the Thunderbolt
Well,
cable.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a big issue. So I had my what do you call it? um, prerequisites, things I needed, which I was not going to give up the UAD at any cost.
Wow,
And
wow, wow.
yeah, so whole computer built around a UAD, which is pretty cool.
Wow, salute, bro. Because like, I've I've been using UAD for about has it been like almost 20 years now? Yeah, Universal Audio. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking about the UAD one accelerator cards, which were recalled by UAD. I've still got one over here. I had two of them, and I remember because back then. The processors weren't so strong as they used to be, and as they are now, meaning that we'd offload the DSP via DSP, we'd offload it onto the UAD accelerator, which were
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not sure if they were Shark chips or whatever chips they were, but they used to have like a heat sink on top of the actual DSP thing, and I thought to myself, that is absolutely fascinating, man. But I am a big fan of Universal Audio stuff. I really love it. I am digging right now the Manly Vox box strip.
Oh yes. So I've seen a few ads of that, and I've seen some little posts about that as well. By the way, shout out to DJ Beige from Brampton. He put me onto the UAD. He's my style. He teaches me a lot of things, man. So
Respect, respect, my bro.
all of this equipment, everything came from advice from good people. Yeah. Because
Respect, my
I tell
bro.
you what, the famous ones who were popping at that point, even though you get to meet them and they're nice people, they don't tell you shit. They're not going to tell you shit because they feel it's their secrets.
Actually, that's very
So
interesting that point that you made because even historically, that actual mentality of regarding keeping trade secrets to maintain the pole position. Even if we go back to Rudy Van Gelder, jazz engineer, he
yeah,
used to literally throw a chadder over his studio gear, or he used to have bespoke stuff, I'm pretty sure, made with no labels or badges on it. So people wouldn't even realise what he's running in his studio. All he said was just listen to the output. Don't worry about how I get there, sort of thing. And so we're talking old school engineering.
yeah. So old school engineering, I can understand that because that's an art on putting everything together. Okay, but now everything's quite standard. You've got maybe two or three different types of mics out there, okay, or models of mics that get used. You've got either UAD or someone's got a Scarlett or M Audio, all right, or there's probably some like another brand out there of interface that someone uses, and then they have a computer.
Yeah,
Now, barely ever do you see somebody with any analog gear and trying to make something up. And I definitely haven't seen any Punjabi artists do that. And that's not taking anything away from them. It's just even I don't know anything about how to put this all together. It just sounds good. I know. I mess around with it. It works.
I know,
I have to watch a lot of videos. Like that's how I learned how to do everything. There was no scene in New Zealand, no one to teach you. So I got some tips and tricks from certain people I've met throughout my journey, and yeah, here we are.
would it be okay for a radio brother to give you a tip? Maybe.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. This might sound a bit nutty, right, my bro? But like your Universal Audio, right? If you look at the back of it, it, it plugs into the wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And is it like DC 12 volts or something?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know, bro. Let me check this. Hold on.
all
Oh,
right.
it's got one of those big. It's got like a laptop cable. Anyway, what's going on?
All right.
You want me
What's
to get a surge protector?
No, yeah, that I did want to talk to you about that, about power conditioning and stuff like that, right? Because you actually, to actually lose a bit of gear to fry it because of a power surge, that scared me. But no, I'm gonna take it to another level, man. Over here, bro. Okay. I sold on my own gear when no one's about, and I put stuff together and I design my own bits and bobs. I'm soldering, I'm looking at capacitors, I'm upgrading bits and bobs. That's the kind of guy I am. I'm old, I've got nothing else to do with my time, you know what I mean? But experimenting with power supplies. I said this recently on an interview with Bottom. I Am Still Truth. I'm sure we was talking about power supplies. So upgrade the wall wart switch mode to a linear PSU, which cost an arm and a leg. I was experimenting with linear power supplies versus switch mode power supplies, and I was just thinking, everything's built to a price point, see. So I was thinking, if we step up the quality of that power supply, and we've got a toroidal transformer, and that's got a lot more headroom, that actually has an effect on frequencies and sound, just that pure headroom alone, and also footroom as well, in terms of sound. I know it may sound boring to you what I'm saying, but
no, I'm trying to make sense of it.
All right, cool. So literally changing out the plasticky little black thing that plugs into the wall, changing it for like a monster like that with toroidal transformers in there as well. Providing there's a regulator within the power supply itself, it's stable. I powered a sound card, bro. Rather than from the power supply of the computer, I hooked that thing up to it, and the sound quality, I was like, it was just beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's one of those things, when you hear it, you don't want to, because we have to work within a budget over here. We use old computers. We got old stuff over here, like Sarakut Pranaya. You know what I mean? So we have to like literally. I work a day job, so literally we have to go hungry for the things that we believe in. So
that's
I'm always
right.
trying.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all right. We do what we do to do it for our passion.
So that's my little tip from the radio world or whatever it is, man. Just have a look at research into linear power supplies, for especially maybe even for your universal audio. You know what I mean? They're not gonna recommend it. They're gonna say no. You only use our power supply. Yeah. So if you've got something else to experiment with a linear power supply, definitely try that one out, bro.
Good to UAD, so I'll give it a go.
Hanji vida, hanji. And another thing as well, the question, of course, did you start on Fruity?
Yeah. Stop calling it Fruity.
Sorry. FL.
Hey, bro. Yeah, we've tried very hard to get rid of that part, okay? No, I started on FL. It's just because I've always been Windows. And there used to be like a demo version used to be free. So you'd get the demo and you'd try to play with it as a kid. And, it just slowly I could afford it, and then I bought it. I couldn't stop.
Vida. So when you produce squad goals, right, those kicks, man, where the hell did you get them from? Is that Fruity?
Yep.
Yeah.
So where did I get the kicks for that? I think they were actually in Fruity, yeah. Maybe some sound pack that I downloaded off the internet for free, but that's about it. Funny thing about that, did you ever read the book Goosebumps?
Say again, bro. What's it called?
Goosebumps, the little horror books.
Yeah. I've seen them, but I've never read them.
Okay, so there used to be a TV show about that, called Goosebumps. I sampled the TV show theme song for that song, for Squad Goals. That's how I came up with the synth.
Yeah. You're big into your sampling, man. You're big into your sampling. You know.
Thank you.
It's an art in itself, actually. To be fair, and it's just I think even people revert back to like analog hardware samplers and stuff. You mentioned earlier as well. I picked it up in my head. You mentioned modeling of microphones as well. So do you use the slate microphone?
No, I use the Neumann.
You got a Neumann.
Yeah, I got a Neumann. Yep. TLM 103.
Wicked. So talk about your signal chain, bro, if you want to share that.
Oh. Nah, I'm good. I'll be very honest. I just use the standard inserts from the vocal chain on UAD.
Yeah, you know that. That's why it's sounding banging.
Darryl Thorpe, sorry. vocal chain, and it's got the UA610B on it. I'll mess around with the frequencies a little bit, try to get it to what I want, and then basically that's about it. Yeah, I'm not one of those people that I don't actually know what I'm doing. It's actually just all experiment.
Bruv, if you're experimenting and it's sounding so banging, just keep on experimenting, man, 'cause you're sounding sick.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually don't know. Half of the time people are asking me certain things, I'm like, bro, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm just doing it.
It's all right. Do you for your studio acquisitions, right? Like for me, if I want to buy something for the studio, I have to like it's like I got to pitch it to a bloody panel and basically say, why do you want to spend so much money on something, right? So but I always say it's the tools for the next generation should they want to enter the world of radio or sound at the end of the day. So I do like researching signal chains, basically going for the presenter's voice through the microphone into the whatever pre-compressors. We put together a set of 4 Carnhill transformers, and that's the original reason why we've got the linear power supply, because I realised we couldn't power it with a because to power certain transformers, right, even though it says on the actual transformer, the person who actually built the PCB, he'll say, yeah, it requires so much voltage, it requires 24 volts on this thing, you know what I mean, DC. But when you actually fire up the transformer itself and give it 24 volts of actual power using like a standard switch mode sort of power supply, you'll find there's just dirt and there's noise in it. So you literally have to have the linear power supply where you put the screwdriver within the power supply and you dial down the power to literally where there's no noise. And so then you have to analyze the waveform. And I thought to myself, like over here, the trannies, we've got 4 Carnhill transformers to run mixes through. Because the original plan was to I'd actually have a life aside from the world of radio, where I could actually get involved in music projects and learn more about the film world and the rest of that. But I never got to do that because radio took off and did really well. I'm not doing mega well, but I think I'm growing. But
oh, you're doing really well, bro. So I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Really well, stop being so humble.
No. I think no, bro, you're the humble one, man. You're superb. So, okay, I could just keep talking about studio stuff all day long, man. But when I was younger, I found a great resource for me in my day. We're talking like 20 years ago, though, right? It was Sound on Sound magazine over here, and we used to have a studio SOS. And like you mentioned the duvets, and you took me back in time. And I think I remember we fitted curtain rails along the walls in a V in a corner of a room. We bought brand new duvets, the heaviest 15 tog or whatever it was, and we sold all the hooks or whatever it was, loops into there, and we hung it, and then the microphone would be placed within that V, the cardioid, and for us it was fascinating just recording. I'm so interested in home recording and tracking. I think it's just a fascinating process. If you can get a sound, like a big sound, like an amazing sound, like a big budget sound from even a bedroom, that's an art in itself.
Yeah, 100%. And the funny thing is, every single one of those songs has been in a bedroom that we just call a studio.
Wow, my brother. Wow.
Song in a professional studio. We've never actually been to, or we actually have been to a professional studio, but we've never recorded in a professional studio. So it's just like, to us, we're not those kind of people. Like my whole entire crew, we're not like that. We want to sit at home and enjoy ourselves, and we'll literally drink and have fun, all chill. Like there's no like rowdiness, none of that. We're just all chilling, and then all of a sudden there's, oh hey, check this beat out, and then oh hey, I got a song, let's go,
bro. Next level, man. And talking about drinking, right? Is it okay to bring the conversation around to Draft Life vodka? How did that come about?
Oh man, so the bro Manny over in Melbourne, he sent me some, and ever since I've been hooked. So yeah, I don't drink a lot, but when I do drink, I drink that much. Yeah.
I love it. I love the advert there. I love it. It's gangster. I love it. Love it.
Oh, bro, got to help the friends. Got to help the friends, and you can't hate on something that's actually good.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's very good to see that they put a good name to it, and then they've branded it very well. But at the same time, it's an amazing product. If it was a different name, same thing. I would still say it's a very good product.
Wow.
Or
Enough.
even if it was a non-brown owned company. But it's very good to have. And
Apne, sade apne. Yeah.
exactly, you got to support your upbringing. I see that a lot of people will go, oh, nahi, any lani, kyun, or flana flana. You know, like they
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
say it because they think because the upper made it, it's not as good as what the white man made it.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. What, that's how that meant. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right. Actually, I'll take it
Funny to
further.
me.
Yeah.
It's funny to me because as Punjabis, there's not a single uncle out there that does not know how to make good dal.
Bro. Yo, yo. Check this. I think as a community, though, right? See, you've got that beautiful mentality to support your brothers in that, right? Well, like, oh, I don't know what it is over here in London, right? But the Punjabis over here, it's like they're out to do each other in, man.
Oh, it's the same here, man.
Yeah,
Same here.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But there's some of us that are born different.
yeah. That's right. That's right. We operate on a higher level, man.
Yeah, of course, man. Everyone, look, if you're gonna line up at the door of death and think you're gonna take your bags with you, you're a moron. You know, I know so many people that have just, all their life, all they've done is work, and never had any fun, never any passion,
Dude.
and they've got millions of dollars in the bank account, but they live like they're slobs. So where are you going to take it? You can leave it to your kids, but your kids are going to ruin it because they've never earned it.
That's true. That
You
is
know.
so true.
So
That's
the
I
thing
think
is,
that.
you got to set your kids up to do something. Like you set them up in a certain way so they have to earn.
Angie.
But my whole agenda is spend 50% of all of it and baki tu aap kama. I have to do it. You have to do it.
Do you know what it is? I think that I'm with you. I'm definitely with you on that because I could be that guy because all I do is I constantly work around the clock. No, I don't have the millions in the bank, but I think that's one of my biggest fears. Is like you build something for the next generation, and they could literally squander it. You know, so it's a fear,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's a big fear, man. It's a big fear. So what are you gonna do? Have you ever seen a kid out there driving a Porsche that's nice? 16-year-old kid driving a Porsche.
I've seen it, Punjabis,
18-year.
man. Yeah,
You're not gonna. What is their attitude gonna be, right? And our Punjabis are very like, oh, फलाने ने वो अपने न्याणे ਨੂੰ ਆ ਗੱਡੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ so ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦੇਣੀ.
yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right.
You
That's right.
know, and to me it's like, oh no, we're not doing that. You're gonna start exactly where I started, but we're gonna put you in a position, a good position. Instead of buying you a Ferrari so you can feel cool, I'm gonna buy you a house and then leave you with like $200,000 worth of mortgage, which is not a lot of mortgage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Yeah.
that kid has entitlement, but then at the same time,
Responsibility.
they have to go, oh, yeah, responsibility of a small responsibility, which hopefully they'll learn from and do better. But you guys have Lord Sugar?
That's right. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Amstrad. Yeah.
So, yeah. So I was watching a show, I think it was Graham Norton or something like that,
Yeah.
and talking years back, and he said, in my will, what I've done is my kids get, if they're a doctor or a lawyer, something that helps the community, they get double their salary. And
Wow.
then if they do volunteer work, they get another double. And so he's incentivized them to do good things, which I'm like, that's a bloody good idea.
Clever. Genius.
Yeah,
And
genius. It is genius.
but it's like I got the idea originally. If we use a trust fund with trustees and the beneficiaries being the children, and we're not turning it into legal FM or anything, but
Yeah.
have you ever watched that film Brewster's Millions?
No.
Oh, dude, if you ever get
I
a
don't
chance,
even know what that is.
it's an old film with Richard Pryor. Yeah, it's an old film, but he basically gets left loads of money and he has to spend it within a certain time. And it made me
Yeah,
think about the trust fund, and that's what it is. Like that could be the vehicle to use. I'm not going to give you advice to avoid inheritance tax and the rest of that, but what I'm trying to say is, is
I got no experience, my friend. We got
but
none of that. We got none of that. We make what we have.
yeah. But that's one film to check out. But all right, my bro. So, who inspires you and motivates you musically, man? So I actually love your sound. It's like your sound.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I actually appreciate that.
Cool,
Um,
cool.
who motivates me? Oh man, like Punjabi, I would say there's a lot of producers out there that I think, okay, these ones are really good. But I have to say the legends are always just mighty. True school. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he's sick, isn't he? Especially the new album as well.
Bro, I I posted something the other day and I said his fingers are the legend maker.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh, if I was to depict a photo right now in my mind, it's it's like Binda the Kia, all of those guys in the clouds, right? Diljit in the clouds,
Yeah,
reaching down, and then Karanoj got his hand like that and going up.
yeah,
And it's
yeah,
like true school and them all up there. You know, it's not to say that they've passed away, it's to say that they've earned themselves a legendary status. You know,
that's
you
right.
got Jim Keith and stuff like that up there. Um, I think this put Karan into a very good position in terms of being a legend. And in my eyes, it's a lot of respect. But to go back to your question, Punjabi side, True School, Sukhvinder Shinde, uh, quickly to name some G Minor, he's a brother of ours. He's good.
Yeah.
Um, on the English side, Timberland,
Yeah, of course.
learned quite a lot
Yeah,
of Timberland, Dr. Dre. So I'm from that 2000s era, you know, that was the peak of our hip hop. So it made a real big difference, like to hear the likes of Dre, you know, dude, Chronic 2001. Like that was next level to me. And I'd say recently, I would say The Weeknd, not as a producer,
yeah,
but
definitely.
as a sound, I would say The Weeknd, but not talking about just the disco stuff that he did in the last album. I'm talking about
The
the
early stuff.
earlier stuff, the real, yeah, abstract. That stuff there blows my mind. So it's like, okay, this is good.
Yeah, it's good, but never sell your soul.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sell myself. No.
Brilliant. Um, have you ever lost motivation or hit a hurdle, and how did you handle it, my bro?
Oh, all the time, man. So motivation is one of those things to me that comes and goes really fast. You know, you can so easily get yourself into a predicament because your mind has stopped. And I'm not trying to be philosophical here. I'm literally just telling you, I've kind of just figured out that whatever's happening is happening because I'm allowing it to happen.
Wow,
If shit's not
wow,
going my way, you
wow,
know, if I'm not hearing a certain sound or something like that, I'm going to come back.
wow.
There's no point in me getting pissed off. And plus, you know what? It really helps to have the green fairy around. You know,
Yeah.
if all else fails, light up the green fairy. Um,
Of course. Well, no. I'm not saying I'm my sure to do that, but yeah, as an artist, yeah, of course.
hey, bro, I'm in a different country. What are you going to do?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
your chopper up there, bro. Your mummy and the chopper up there ain't going to do shit to me.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna get the dug, dug, dug. Um, look, man. So, okay, let's say I'm halfway through making a song, and I just got to do the bass line,
Yeah.
right? And I just cannot get the bass line right. I will literally get annoyed and angry and be like, "Oh, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to finish this," and And then I won't smash anything or any of that. I'm angry internalizing.
Yeah.
And then so what I'll do, I'll save it. I'll come back tomorrow. That's it. That's all you can do. And then you have to find a reason why you do something. If you're doing it and you don't know why you're doing it, 99.9% of the chance you're doing it to be cool, to look cool in front of other people.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, looking at like high performing athletes, not that I'm a high performing athlete in any shape. Yeah.
I'm not.
But like you listen to all these high performing athletes, these people that are doing very good in business, you know, say The Rock, Cristiano, you know, uh, Messi just doesn't talk. So, you know, everybody else, they all have this mentality of tunnel vision.
That's right. Yeah.
Like they know what they want, hence why they go for it. If you're not gonna find something that you want,
Angie.
or if you're not gonna pinpoint it down, you're gonna fail.
Yeah. That's right. That's
And
right.
and this whole music thing, if you're gonna do it to be famous, you might make it, but it's gonna kill your passion.
That's
So
right.
most likely, from what I've seen, is people that are passionate about certain things, certain types of music, who have a sound of their own, they don't tend to make it. You know, they give up really fast because they can't take negativity or they can't take criticism from someone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're going to hear that, believe me. If there's somebody out there that wants to make a song right now, go and make the song. Don't worry about what people are going to say, because the ones closest to you judge you the most.
Yeah. It's true.
As soon as you put it out, and then all of a sudden things happen, if it's a good song. But understand, if it's not a good song, what can you change? What can, you know, that might be the sound you want at that specific time, but internalize it a little bit. Think about something. You should be able to get yourself out of this very small rabbit hole, considering that day to day, you probably go through a lot worse.
Yeah. That's. Wow. Wow. My bro, that is that is deep. But I'm gonna say it again. Like I actually, I love your sound, and like you're such a warm individual as well. Because you basically said, "Here, Dav, have these albums." You know what I mean? And I thought to listen through, and I thought to myself, the sound is like a really, it's like a up there, like a sort of like big budget sound, like the way you've done it. And I thought, what the hell? I thought, now to know the guy's working in the bedroom and he's pulling this off. I'm just thinking, that's talent. That is real talent, man. So
I think I do have a very good ear.
certainly,
I like something that moves me. So literally, like if I play something and I put effects on it, and you know, I kind of get it to where it's physically making me move. I don't even care what you guys think.
boy, that's heavy, man. That is heavy. That is heavy. I haven't asked the basic
For me,
question.
it's like a gut thing.
Hey, Hanji,
Yeah,
Hanji, Hanji.
yeah,
Um, ATG, right? I understand that means against the grain, right? And that sums you up. Actually, that actually sums you up the way you are as a person, right? But what's
yeah.
RMP though?
Oh, so same story I told Manfred. My daddy calls me Rimpy. She passed away. I don't know why she called me that. It's a girl's name.
Yeah,
And
it's that's cool.
yeah, it just stuck around. And then when I started doing mixtapes, I called myself DJ RMP. And then ATG was meant to be uh like a movement. We weren't trying to be like individuals that would just happen to work together, like Joe Blogs and Johnny something. Like, it wasn't like that. We all wanted to have the same group, so it's kind of like putting the group name in front of your name. That's exactly what happened. So
Wow,
the
wow.
collective became big, became small. Now it's still big. Gone back to being big, sorry. And but this time we've done it a little bit different. We've kept it the core people ATG,
Yeah,
and then everybody else that is a friend they just get mad love and mad respect. We just work together like brothers.
Respect, my bro. And in terms of working together like brothers, yeah, is there like delegation? Like, I mean, do you say like you're gonna focus? Like, I mean, does one person focus on the mix? I mean, talk about the mix work, man. So I know there's production, but do you farm out the mixing to another set of ears, or how's that working?
So recently, as of recently, yes. I'm talking like just as I started doing my own album, I farmed out my whole album except one track, because I didn't want to hear my own album 1,000 times.
Wow. Wow.
Even though I still have to listen to the masters, I didn't want to have to hear my own album because I made that album to listen to.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it becomes quite annoying when you can only listen to your song 6 months later and be like, I enjoy it now. It becomes very annoying because it's you. Certain people will send it to you. They go, bro, you did this so well. And you don't even remember what you said or like what line he's talking about just because you've physically had to erase that from your mind because it annoys you now. Because you hear the same sound again and again, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yes, that's basically it.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant. So shout out to the mix engineers, man. But as far as I'm concerned, but I like the way you said all but one. So you wanted to work on that one personally yourself, yeah?
Yeah, I wanted to keep it as raw as possible. It's a track called Cold News, literally about, being unmotivated or being down in the dumps and trying to have to get yourself up. The bro Kovan did so well. Bro Gucci came in with a verse really, really well. Basically, what I did is I laid down the beat, and so I felt obligated at the end to control exactly how I wanted it to sound. Because it wasn't a commercial sound. You'll hear that there's a lot of, in that track, it's very raw, very like, you can hear rain, you can hear the mic moving, you can hear like doors opening. There's a lot of things happening in there that in a normal commercial track you would not listen to. You'd be like, this is unacceptable, knowing how people high standard they are now, you know?
Yeah.
But for me, it was like, you know what? It made a vibe. I'm going to keep it. Otherwise, it would be perfect silence.
But so you said you wanted to keep it raw, right? Now, give me the name of that track again, man, and have you sent that over to me?
Cold Noons, and I'll send that over to you now.
Yeah, messing about, man. that's what it is. Because how long did it actually? I understand as well because there's the time thing as well. Like I've got a friend who's a wicked. I got a couple of friends which are wicked mix engineers, and I'm just learning the art of mixing. Blah blah blah. But it's just the thing. You got to dedicate your flipping life to it to be good at it. You got to have those sort of, I don't know, is it the golden ears, or you got to train your ears for frequencies and everything, and you got to know your speakers as well. Like me over here in the studio, in terms of acquisitions, I'm trying to talk myself out of not doing it, but my heart's saying, go and get those Cali Audio Iron 8s second waves. Go get those dual concentric 3-way speakers, whatever they are. Go pick them up, man. Cause I know my old tannoys, like I've had them for over 20 years with the subwoofer. I know how they translate. We've got the mix cube over here as well. But to pick up those Cali Audios, and I thought because I'm looking at all the videos and all the reviews, and I'll spend months and weeks, and I just think, just spend the money for God's sake, and just go get them.
I mix on, I think, a $50 pair of headphones.
Wow. Well, which headphones are there? That was a question.
Sennheiser. They're like exactly. A Sennheiser. Yeah. So basically, I learned one thing, okay? And Dr. Dre said, mix on the worst speakers ever, okay? So if you can get a song sounding really good on a bad speaker, well, it's going to sound amazing on a good speaker. Yeah. And I've been following that advice. Now, I don't know if people like my mixing or not, which is cool, but that's what I try to go for. And when the song is sounding good, I know. If it moves me, that's all I care for. And I'm a heavy man, so it takes a lot for me to move.
You ain't a heavy man. Not compared to me, mate. You're petite. My brother, mate. My brother. So talking about moving of heavy objects, etc. Do you have a subwoofer in the studio?
No.
Okay.
Well,
So
we have to record sometimes, and there's a baby sleeping next door.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Of
Okay.
course. Yeah.
No. So to us, if people seem to think that we had to get every piece of equipment, no, we got what we needed and we made it happen. It
Okay.
was a
But
different. It was literally, yeah. It's literally the difference between like having a silent studio. Somebody comes in, raps for half an hour or whatever.
yeah.
We do all the takes, and that's it.
Okay. What about
I made on my headphones.
what about what sample rate are you working at?
Working at. Hold on. Give me a quick second. I had to look at this one. So sample rate.
Please let it be.
4014. I
40,
can go higher though.
44.1.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put my hands together now, right? I know we're upside down, according to the globe earth theory, right? But what I'm trying to say, please, my brother, for me, yeah, just on one track, yeah, please be all right. Could you do one project right at 24.96? And I'm going to give you the reasons why. Yeah, you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Number one is a practical and commercial consideration, which is you can release your projects on Ultra HD, yeah, to streaming
Yeah.
services, yeah.
Yeah.
Number two, it sounds. Number two, you got the badass computer to do it. Number
hmm
three, it's what it does to your sound, bruv. Like it's like your UAD plugins, bruv. They will come alive. They will sound. Just trust me.
Which one did you say? 22, did you say?
24-bit, 96K, 96K.
Oh, okay, 96K. Here we go. All right, we're changing that. And 24-bit. I swear to. Oh, actually, I already use 24-bit anyway.
Yeah, that's of
My
course, of
recording
course.
file.
But
Yeah.
96K, yeah. And then it'll give you the options later on to you can dither down. Dithering is your bit rate, but you can sample down. You can down sample later on. But basically, if you can please, like, I know it sounds it's a funny thing because the way your production is sounding so sick at 44.1, and because you got the UAD, I'd like you to really hear your plugins at 96, bro. You're gonna send me a message. Go, Dav, you are next level crazy, but you're correct.
Hey, bro, I love you. It's all good.
It's like
Believe me.
because साढ़े अपने
Believe me,
बंदे.
I'll text you back and I'll go back. Thank you, yeah.
No, trust me, you're gonna. Okay, what's your favorite UAD plugin right about now?
Oh, auto tune.
Wicked.
Definitely auto tune. Reason why is because we're going a little bit melodic in this album.
100.
Okay, we haven't lost out. We haven't gone and sold our soul. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's because it's a mixture of rap and R&B. Okay, so half of the album is R&B, real dancey and vibey. Half of it's rap. So everything that was recorded by me, yeah, I have to say the auto tune really did justice. It just helps me quite a lot, get the vocals in tune. I don't have to go manually tune everything. Otherwise, that gets really annoying. And I'm a lazy person.
You're a smart person, put it that way, and you value your Giovanni.
Yeah, I do. With a lack of divine.
Nah, hot. You got no tole, man. You got no white hairs, mate. You alright.
What are you talking about, bro? My daddy needs to kite new halle.
Brilliant. Can you tell me, right, a funny studio or live performance story? Something funny that happened.
Um, oh, there's a fight in our studio one time in a session.
What?
Two best friends started fighting over a girl. Yeah,
Over a girl, you know.
Yeah. They're no longer a part of this, but, you know, that was very funny.
Wow,
I had to kick them out. Like, you guys need to...
Please say that one of them ended up marrying the girl and settled down happily ever after.
No, they're way too young for that.
Wow.
We're talking like 17, 18-year-olds.
No way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Over the goodie as well.
Yeah.
They're both going out with her at the same time?
Nah, it was some fight. I heard half of it. I was like, Charlie, not a big deal, and we just know it was about the girl.
Gotcha.
Like, get the fuck. I don't have time for this shit. I got a kid sleeping over there. Get the fuck out.
All right. Who would you like to collaborate with and why?
Oh, The Weeknd. The Weeknd. I think my perfect collab would be The Weeknd and Timbaland put together, because I would like to see what The Weeknd could do on that Sexy Back or My Future Love Sound type of track. That new age, you know, it's just, yeah, I'd like to see what happens there.
Wow. Loving it. Okay, so we spoke about lockdown. What projects are you working on at the moment? No, actually, is that cheeky? Like, what we're towards the end of, we're mid-September now. So what can we expect by the end of the year?
Mate, you're getting an album, getting a full album, 9 tracks already. 11th of November.
11th of November. Respect, man, respect. And have you had the pleasure of meeting or even talking to Silverfinger Singh at BBC Radio Leeds?
Oh, spoken to him many times over text. But we've never actually spoken on the phone or anything like that. So
cool. It's all right, man. Salute Silverfinger Singh, man. The guy's always busy out performing and doing this stuff.
Shout out to the brother.
Yeah. Most definitely, man. Most definitely. So, my bro, I know this conversation or this interview's gone like everywhere. You know what I mean? But glaringly, like, is there anything which I've glaringly omitted which I should be asking you?
Oh no, mate, that's your job.
But I don't want you to say the guy never asked me about this. What is going on? I told you, man. My interviews, they're different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Hey, I'm just kidding with you. It's very hard to speak to somebody that you speak to. Maybe I'd probably say every second or third day we have a little banter.
Yeah,
you know, we're talking every now and then.
That's right.
And then when you talk, because I'm one of those guys, I just become friends with everyone.
That's good. It's the way to be.
You know, I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to sit there and like, you got questions, just ask me. I'll just tell you whatever I know. Like that's what it is. I'm not trying to hide anything, and I'm not trying to plug anything. Yep, the album's coming out. Said that. Is it? I've got a track coming out called The East on Monday, but I'm just doing English stuff at the moment. I'm not doing any Punjabi stuff. So I did my last Punjabi track, The Come Up, with Verbal Singh.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And yeah. So we had that song ready like last year, June. Wow. We just couldn't get out of lockdown to make a video. Him being the artist. So finally, I think the brother might be able to get it done now. And then we'll drop that. But otherwise, I've got no plans on, and nothing in the works for Punjabi tracks. Actually, saying that, I do have 2 shabad that I recorded with some ruggies that came over, and I haven't been able to touch it.
Wow. Okay.
So that's just something I want to do for myself.
Yeah.
So I want to put some time towards that. And then once I have all this done, I'm going to back off a little bit, and then I'm going to, I don't know, try to cool down.
Yeah, definitely, man.
I had to explain, because you do this and you make tracks and you say, oh man, you know what, this is the last one. But it's addictive. It's like heroin. It's like the king's heroin.
All the heroin dealers out there.
Yeah, all the crack crack dealers out there are pissed off now that music does the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, right.
They can start selling CDs now too.
Here's a weird fact for you, right? This is nuts, right? If you have because you're heavy into your low end, right? If you have it loud enough, like the kick drum, right? Loud enough, right?
Yeah.
Let's say your BPM is at 70 BPM. I know that's low, right? You'll find that the human heart will synchronize at 70 to that kick drum, providing it's loud enough. So then if you crank that to 80, the heart will then beat at 80. What do you make of that?
It just means music was made for us, bro.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I'll tell you what. If you look outside, nature, just stop for a second. Nature will tell you what music is.
There you go.
And you don't we're in this industry that there's a lot of songs out there that are just overproduced.
Yeah.
People just don't like having an empty space or a minimalistic approach. And this is why I love Intense, right? Intense is such a good character in terms of what he wants his music to be like. He will go to people and go, why did you put a donkey in this? This is wrong. Like, I did not want Umbrella to have a donkey in it. I would have put it in there, you did. Like, that to me is like, you're owning it, you take responsibility, but look at how simple that song is.
Yeah.
It's about those vocals. It's about that bounce. And that's exactly what I like doing. I don't like just going, oh, this is very overproduced. There's no reason to do that. So minimalistic. Nature will show you minimalistic ways of doing things. Listen to the birds. Use ambience to give yourself a vibe. You know, if it's the sun is shining and makes you want to dance, make a dancey track.
I love it. I love your outlook on life, and I definitely agree with you regarding because there's an old saying, and it goes, "Music is the space between the beats."
Yeah, 100%, 100%. You got to listen to, like, a lot of people just listen to the kick now, right? It's the kick, the drums that are going on. Now listen to the vocals a little bit. Oh man, that's yay. Okay, and they're listening on their phones, no dynamic range whatsoever.
That's right.
Or or they got CP headphones.
Yes.
There's no love for certain things anymore. And then, you got to now mix to be on YouTube.
That's right. That's correct. So
there's no low end in that. How is Kanye meant to do what Kanye is famous for? His songs were good in clubs and his songs were good in the car. They weren't made for phones.
Wow.
And that's the same sort of thought process that I had. Like, I'm like, look, I have to make it for phones, but I prefer my songs to be heard in the car where I listen to music,
Respect, man. Respect. Do you know what it is? Regarding mixing standards and stuff for various different mediums, I think King Droopy Errol, salute to him, man. He goes, Dav, make sure if you're mixing for what was it for streaming platforms such as your Spotify, etc. Make sure you mix into you leave half a decibel of headroom, because make sure you leave that. And I thought, why? I always leave, from my days of working mixing to CD, we always played safe by having minus 0.3. Because now to minus 0.5. Yeah, at the mastering stage and all the rest of that. And then you actually made me watch a video, a MixCon, mixing convention video about it, and I realised, and I thought, wow. And I thought, I've just taken this to this. What am I doing, man? But the bottom line is, I've already put my request into you, my dear bro, man, because you're sick at what you do, and you've got a Ferrari, and it's like you're driving it at 70, but I want you to really just drop it into top gear now and crank up that the sample rate to 96. You know what I mean? And
I've already done it, bro. Done it.
Bruv. It's cool. Thank you, man. Thank you, because you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Could you please tell everyone your socials?
So my Instagram is ATG RMP.
Angie.
Come follow me on Insta, and go follow ATG Records if you like our English tracks, and go follow ATG Beats if you like our Punjabi tracks, and go follow ATG Beats on TikTok. Not that we post much.
Brilliant, my bro.
That's the one. That's the one side of all of this that I can't do.
The TikTok thing.
Oh, the whole
Social media
Instagram.
thing.
Yeah, go stand next to that wall, take a photo. I'm like, look, bro, just let the music talk for itself. But
Exactly.
yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Unfortunately, in the world of radio, for me, it's one of those. It's one of those monsters that I had to deal with because a lot of our time has to go, especially before a show. You got to do all the tagging in the posters and that. Like me, I'm an audio guy. I'm just a sound guy. I'm not even a visual guy. My life has been spent. Bruv, you're a low end guy. Right? Have you seen that experiment? Yeah. This may sound a bit nutty. Where they literally get the camera, right, at 24 frames a second, right? Yeah. And they get a 20, is it a 50 hertz or 48 to 50 hertz? Or was it a 24 hertz, basically, sine wave playing out? And there's the holes with water coming out. And the way it looks on camera, as if it looks like steps, the water looks like steps, bruv. Like the water coming out the holes on camera looks like it's stairs. Yeah. 24 frames per second.
How amazing is vibration?
Yeah.
A simple vibration makes a sound. That sound sounds like something in our ears, but in a dog's ears is completely different. We make music out of these sounds.
Beautiful.
You know, and so from what you're saying to me, I'm not amazed. You know why? Because to me, I'm just at the whole entire thing. I'm just like, this is freaking out of this world.
Wow.
You know, if something's going to bring you closer, because everything vibrates, but it's the frequency it vibrates at, right?
Energy.
So if anything's going to bring you closer to God, it's going to be music. Most definitely. I mean, we took a look at Ethan, we look at Shabbat, everything is music.
That's right. Yeah.
So we just gotta, that's the only way. And this is my way. You know?
Actually,
when I hear music, when I look at vibration, I just like, yeah, this is amazing in its own.
Each of the sections of your spine, right? I know this is a bit of an odd fact, right? But each of the sections of your spine, because they're called T1, T2, T3, and all the rest of that, they vibrate at specific frequencies. Yeah.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
How do you know all these things?
It's the books. I don't know, man. I'm old. I have a lot of time to read.
It's not even about you being old. It's just how the fuck did you learn this? Then what it is, okay.
Nah, you know what?
Is there like a documentary I can go watch? Because I don't read at all. I avoid it at every cost. It's not a strong read.
Nah.
I'll wait for the movie.
The reason why I read a lot is because I lost a lot of my time as a younger man reading law, and I always used to dream about reading things which were fiction, and I'd want to read other people's work. So I picked up speed reading and mind mapping and all the rest of that. But there's the filter. Like basically, if an author can get a book out without being filtered as much before being watered down into a film, would have missed out the real information which can actually benefit people. I want to catch that, and I literally go to old scriptures, and I will literally study. I will study Sanskrit. I will learn Sanskrit, and I will study old scriptures, and I will literally just do that because I just find it fascinating. So I pick up a lot of things from very, very old scriptures. See, that's all it is.
Wow. Okay. See, history for me is what I've gone back and I've watched a documentary. You know, and I think for the people I hang around with, I'm very well knowledgeable, but you blow my mind, and you need to calm down. You're making me look dumb, bro.
No, not at all, my dear brother.
I'm out here talking about like heroin traffickers, and then next minute the Queen's heroin, and then sex trafficking, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm from lonely little New Zealand, okay? There's 3 things that happen here. Kiwi fruit is grown here. Lord of the Rings was made here. we're the world champions, or I think we were 3 times in a row for rugby. That's
Damn right.
Those are the 3 things we're known for, right? And there's not a single thing that can kill you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's
All
right.
You're more likely to die by getting hit by a car than getting bitten by a snake because there's no snake. So, hey, look, we're kind of naive.
You know what I'm going to say to you, man, right about now? Could you please say, hey, this is ATG RMP listening to RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion.
Yo, this is ATG. You're speaking with up already. Say that. Hold on. This is ATG. You're on RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion.
That's good, but one more time, I'll drop it to you, man. You're listening to ATG. You're listening to RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion.
Oh man, I'm gonna mess up.
You won't. You'll be alright.
Bro, what are you doing to me, bro? Why are you doing this to me?
Asi changi tarah tadi lani ya.
Bro, this is the reason I just stuck to writing songs. Okay, if I wanted to get on the mic, I would have been a singer by now, bro.
You're alright, man. You're cool, bro.
No, seriously, I think I've had too many jet lives anyway. I'll give it a go. Okay. This is ATG RMP. You're on RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion.
But it's not RadiAsian, it's RadiAsian, as in radiation.
Radiation. Damn it! I was never gonna get that right, bro.
It's okay.
थोड़ी editing करके है ना, snap करके ना.
It's alright.
This is ATG RMP. You're on RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion.
Yes! Chuck the fatte. Chuck the fatte. He did it. He did it.
So funny when you practiced it, I actually was like, oh, chal main practice karunga. And then I practiced it and I fucked it up.
Everyone screws it. Like it's mad. It's because it's a tongue twister, and the whole RadiAsian thing is RadiAsian. It's mad, but it's all good, my bro. And could you please, right, introduce just? I know you said you want to delegate it, but all you got to do is just basically say, hey, this next track coming up. If you want to do the verbal sing one, whichever one you want to do, man, it's up to you, bro.
All right. This is ATG RMP, and you're about to hear a come up by me and Verbal Sing, New Jersey's finest.
Respect to you, my brother, man. It's been a pleasure having you on the show, man. It's been a pleasure, and it's just an honor to interview such talent, such humbleness. You're so down to earth, grounded. I love your approach, and you're more chilled out than me. I need to learn from you because I'll die of a heart attack. It's true. It's true.
I'm Tony Soprano after this. Throwing the phone around.
Cool, my bro. God bless you, brother, man. Ciao di la vida.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
Cool, brother. Bye, man. Bye.